Hello, I'm Bob Denny, a compatriot of the Barry M. Goldwater chapter, Arizona Sons of the American Revolution. Welcome to this special observance of Memorial Day. This presentation is meant to be a somber remembrance of the brave men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice to keep the United States a free and just society. At the end of the American Civil War, there was a natural desire to honor our dead. On the 5th of May, 1868, General John Logan, National Commander of the Grand Army of the Republic, signed his General Order No. 11. This stated, "The 30th of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in the defense of their country during the late rebellion, and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land." He proclaimed that date of Decoration Day, as he called it, was chosen because it wasn't the anniversary of any particular battle. It's sobering to know that 620,000 American soldiers were killed in this Civil War. On the first Decoration Day, on May 30th, 1868, General James Garland made a speech, and 5,000 participants decorated the graves of the 20,000 Union soldiers buried there. It wasn't until 5 years later, in 1873, when Congress passed legislation allowing for all honorably discharged Civil War veterans, Confederate as well as Union, to be buried at Arlington and other national cemeteries. After World War I, Decoration Day was extended to include all men and women who died in any war or military action. Decoration Day was often celebrated with vehicles, fire trucks, tractors, horseback, and marching to remember those of the fallen. The current name, Memorial Day, came to use after World War II. However, many continued to call it Decoration Day. In either case, the day was held on May 30th, regardless of the day of the week on which it fell. Then in 1968, the Uniform Holiday Bill was passed as part of a move to move federal holidays to create 3-day weekends. The bottom line is, the name of the holiday and the date changes means that since 1971, the Memorial Day holiday has officially been observed on the last Monday in May. At dawn on Memorial Day, the flag of the United States is raised briskly to the top of the staff and then solemnly lowered to the half-staff position, where it remains only until noon local time. The half-staff position is in remembrance of the more than 1 million men and women who gave their lives in service to their country. At noon it is then raised by the living, who resolve not to let their sacrifice be in vain, but to rise up in their stead and continue to fight for liberty and justice for all. Remember, Memorial Day is not to be confused with Veterans Day, which is held in November. This is not the day to seek veterans and say, "Thank you for your service." Since this day is meant for paying respect to those who died in military service, it is inappropriate to say, "Happy Memorial Day." The National Moment of Remembrance resolution was passed by Congress in December of 2000, which asked that at 3 p.m. local time, all Americans to voluntarily and informally observe in their own way a moment of remembrance and respect, pausing from whatever they are doing for a moment of silence or listening to taps. This is a special notice. Due to the current COVID-19 pandemic, starting on March 23, 2020, the National Cemetery Administration has announced that rendering of honors by military or volunteer groups or associations is not being permitted until further notice. This applies nationwide at all national cemeteries. Burials are still being conducted, and family members are welcome to attend following CDC guidelines. To check on current status for the recorded message at the Arizona National Cemetery in Phoenix, the number is 480-513-3600. Again, that's 480-513-3600. What you're looking at is a picture of the Arizona National Cemetery in Phoenix. You will see in the middle of this slide a picture of a black streamer that is used as an alternative to half-staff for flags that can't be lowered or raised. And then there's also a Memorial Day souvenir from years past. We want to thank you for your participation, and we hope you've enjoyed this special observation of Memorial Day 2020.